Welcome to Adjunct CEO Podcast, Episode 1. And now your hosts for the Adjunct CEO Podcast, Dean Akers. Well, welcome to our first show. I'm excited about starting this whole journey with podcasting. We're going to have a show that will have great guests. We're going to be answering business questions, and any of those questions you have, you can send them in to us through www.adjunctceo.com. Just put your question there, and we'll get it answered in the podcast. And we're really looking for questions in the fact that if one person has a question, the odds are there's a lot of you out there that have the same question. And as we delve into the answers, I'm sure to help each and every one of you. We're also going to be sharing stories and experiences. And I'm a guy that's a seasoned CEO, been around in the business workforce. I'm 65, going to be 66 this year. And a lot of people I help, they always ask, well, how do you know that? Where did you learn that? And quite frankly, some of our guests that'll come on, including myself, a lot of the things we're going to share, we've learned through the School of Hard Knocks. We actually had the mistakes or had the tragedies happen, or successes happen. And so experience is a great tool to share with others, and the idea that they will be able to take that and garnish it and add on to their successes. That being said, we know all of you out there, as you learn through these experiences, you're going to have your own bumps and grinds in your journey and have your experiences to share back. So please, if you have a cool experience that you think will help other listeners, just submit it on, again, www.adjunctceo.com, and we'll share it with listeners. In this episode, I want to really share why I'm doing this. I've had a passion for the last, probably since I was a very young man, of helping others. And I love to watch people become successful. And I love to watch people kind of get that aha moment. And so I've been owned or been a CEO of major companies over the last 35 years. And with this passion, I've been able to grow these businesses by empowering and helping others within the business. So as I move forward with this show, I'm really excited about all the cool guests and people I've met along the way that have shared interest in joining me on the show, and then also their short stories and their successes that'll help you. So some of the things I want to share with you today, there's all kinds of folks out there that the Adjunct CEO can be applicable to. I'm often asked, man, do you really help entrepreneurs? Well, the definition of entrepreneurs in a lot of people's minds or terms is startups. That guy or girl is a real entrepreneur. They just did a startup company. They really need help. I would share with you that most of the people I've helped in the last 15, 20 years have actually been in business for probably north of 5 to 10 years. And have exceeded 5 to 10 million in revenues. Their biggest challenge is they kind of get stuck, and can't seem to get the business where they really dreamt it would be, and that's scaling it to size where they can either have financial freedoms and or the sense of purpose of really taking their idea and making it either a national footprint, international footprint, or a regional footprint. One of the things that I use as a tool, and quite frankly, I'd like to tell you that it was a tool that somebody never shared with me, but I did read the book, and it became a great lesson for me early on, and it's Michael Gerber's book, The E-Myth. Now, there's several different editions that have come out against the original book. However, it's a required reading when I'm working with an entrepreneur or a business owner. I said, I'll meet with him and I go, look, before we get together again, I want you to order The E-Myth by Michael Gerber, and I want you to read it. And I actually want to sit down with you and do a kind of a verbal book report so I know you read it. because there's cool points in there that can help you unlock kind of your own self-talk and why your business is where it is. So I'm going to be really focused in these programs in helping you hyper grow your business and be more successful. And the whole premise that I work on is for people when results really matter. And I say that because a lot of people say they really want to make changes, but the results really don't matter to them, or they really aren't engaged. I would contend that the more committed you are to the results being important and mattering, the higher your level of success will be. So in the coming episodes, I'm excited to have some really cool guests. We're going to have great stories. We're going to be taking the feedback from the listeners out there, and we're just going to make the Adjunct CEO podcast a real tool for each and every one of you. So again, I look forward to working with you over the next coming months and years. We will be doing this weekly. It'll be on all the favorite podcast venues, iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud. It'll be on our website, and we look forward to you subscribing. Have a great week. Join us next week for another edition of the Adjunct CEO. Please subscribe to our podcast. Look us up at www.adjunctceo.com.